Hello, my name is Wanda Jenkins. I often get asked how to start with a Turkish spindle since it does not have a hook. And I used to use a leader, but about 2 years into spinning I thought, why am I doing this when I can make a leader? So I take this is top, it's been combed, but it works with any fiber. So I take it and I open it up a bit. I don't want to work with this wide of a piece, so I'm just going to pull off a strip. Don't need it very long, so then I'm just going to tug it until it slides apart nicely. And go back up, and it has some fibers that are pulled out a little bit more, so that's what I'm going to use to kind of start with. Just pull, tug it, and pull a little bit, tug and pull. See, it's not real wide. And then I'm going to use that, and I'm going to thigh roll them. Get the twist in there. Use my palm, roll it up towards me. Since I'll be spinning clockwise, which will make a Z twist, I'm rolling up my thigh. My thumb and finger pinch that twist off, and I put my fiber finger down to hold the twist from unwinding. And do that several times and stop it and go up there and pull a little bit more, depending on how thick I want to spin my fiber. I try and get it to about that thickness. And I can see I want to have a little bit more twist, so I do it again. And that's probably about enough. Make a slip knot. I have this open hole at the top of the slip knot, and I'm going to thread the tip of the shaft right through that and pull it tight. Now, because there's a lot of weight on the spindle, I'm going to proceed, twist it, and my hand's right there so I can catch it if I need to, or I can go ahead and twist it and stop it and hold on to it. Stop the twist with my thumb and fingers, which, if you've noticed, they're yellow. I was doing some dyeing of fibers this morning and didn't stop to think about how it would make my hands look. And then go ahead and give it a nice good spin, and I've got basically my leader. I'm spinning away, I'm ready to go. Now at this point, this is a preliminary, you don't need to do this, just this at the beginning. I want to move this down to the bottom of the shaft. So what I do is I want to open up that hole so I can get on the bottom of the shaft, so I run it all the way down as far as I can, pinching off the knot with my thumb and finger to keep that hole nice and open. You can do two things. You can go through this way, or as you see, it wants to twist on itself and close. So I take the shaft out and put the shaft back through it and take it all the way down. Now these are compression slits, so Ed made these compression holes so that if it's stuck, you can just press and that should release it. Now if you've let it impact enough times, drop it enough times, and don't release it, it can get very stuck on the crossbars. So you can brace it between your hands and twist and pull back. If it's really bad, stick it in a plastic bag and put in the freezer for an hour, and that should cause the maple to shrink enough to loosen. So then wind on and go back up, put your half hitch in, and you're ready to spin. I want to show you on the Kuchulu, since it's so small, it backspins very, very quickly. It does not have the weight, the mass to hold its own against a highly twisted yarn. See, it's very tiny. So same thing, pull out a little bit, pull out a little bit. You don't need as much because it's so short. You don't need a long leader beginning yarn. So, and because it's small, it does not want a thick yarn. It will fight against the thick yarn. It can't hold its own. So again, you make your slip knot, stick the shaft through, and it's so small, the tip. You want to make sure it's snug, pretty tight in there. Now, I'm going to move my hand up a little bit. That's not a lot of space to work with, so that means the twist is going to be going so quickly that the spindle is going to want to backspin very quickly. So what I do is give it a twist and stop it. And then work up. Do it some more. Twist, stop. And that's thicker than I want to be, so I'm going to kind of back it off a little bit. And pull, 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 pull. Let go. And that first bit is thicker than it will like, so it's going to slow down pretty quick. Butterfly up. Take and coax that out of the little notch all the way down to the bottom. Same thing, if you can, slip it over. That saves one step, but usually that slip knot just wants to twist back on itself, so it's trickier, more fiddly than I like. I just take it out and thread it through all the way to the bottom and back up. Make sure it's nice and snug. The tail out of the way. Over 2, under 1, over 2, under 1, over 2, under 1. That's not much, so it's going to backspin pretty quick. So what I'm going to do is give it a good spin, start drafting quickly. If I can't draft that quick, I'll go ahead and stop it and hold on to it while I draft out some more. And then at that point you can let go and just draft away. Slowing down. That's all there is to it. Have fun.